Welcome, everyone. A hearty thank you to your humble host for inviting me into her domain. In case you missed it in the intro, my name is Count Dibbula, and I'm a sarcastic asshole. No, this is not an AA meeting. There's no 12-step program to cure assholiness. Being an asshole is not a problem to be solved, you see. It's something you're just stuck with your whole life. I was born an asshole. I will die an asshole. In fact, when I was born breech. At that tender age, of course, I had no language yet, so coming out butt first was the only way I could think of to tell them all to kiss my ass. Now, another shocking fact, the umbilical cord was wrapped around my neck and I couldn't breathe. So I can only assume that even then, my mother was trying her best to teach me a lesson and choke that attitude out of me. Alas, it didn't work. I'm still an asshole. But I really didn't come here to talk about me. Chambers asked me to stop by, introduce myself, and show you lovely people what I do. So let's get started and see what sort of craziness my assistant dug up for us to watch today. Roll the video, Bob.
Do you trust women?
No. What the fuck, Bob? How am I supposed to squeeze any laughs out of that? A ridiculous, overly simplistic question gets nothing but an equally ridiculous, overly simplistic answer. Well, of course there's more to the video, but with a beginning like that, can we really dare to hope that it gets any better? Fine, play on then, but you know, you're really not helping here. We're supposed to be entertaining these folks, and you bring me this crap? Jesus Christ. It's so hard to find good help these days.
Yeah. Well...
Do men trust women? I couldn't help but think, of course not.
So, you already know the answer, and yet you're asking the question anyway. That's a productive use of your time.
But that didn't mean I wasn't going to try and change their minds with trust fall exercises.
Oh, for the love of... Seriously? I cannot believe I'm going to have to explain this. But evidently Bob has found one of the most ridiculously stupid people on Earth, so looks like I do indeed have to explain this. Look, you vacuous harpy, let's start with your first question since you took a sharp left turn into Crazy Town right away. You just asked one man if he trusts roughly half the population of the Earth. Of course the answer is no. Trust is earned, not given. I'm just going to go out on a limb here and assert that he probably hasn't even met 3.5 billion people in his life. So of course he couldn't have gotten to know that many people well enough to trust them all. And that doesn't even account for your moronic implication that all women are the same, because they would have to be in order to even consider that such a broad question could be answered with a simple yes or no. Then of course there are the varying degrees of trust. Everyone trusts some people more or less than other people they know. For example, I trust that my neighbor isn't going to break into my house and try to murder me in my sleep. But I'm not going to hand her a loaded gun and the key to the front door either. I don't trust her that much. Next, you evidently decided that question wasn't quite broad enough, so you expanded to all men, trusting all women. Now, what the fuck do you think the answer's going to be? I mean, you assume the answer is no, which, of course, it is, you simpering turd, but somehow you think you're going to change the minds of 3.5 billion people with a bullshit trust exercise? Are you seriously that mentally handicapped? Because at this point, I'm starting to wonder how in the hell you can even remember to breathe. Or does that occupy the entirety of your brain function on a daily basis? Human on the street? That's what you're calling your little segments? I have to assume you mean the people you're talking to then, because I'm not yet convinced you meet the minimum cerebral threshold to call yourself a human.
Who do you trust more than anyone in the world?
Myself.
Smart man.
I noticed that you didn't say a woman, like your mom or a girlfriend or a sister. Do you not trust women?
Do you not understand your own fucking question? You asked him who he trusted most. Most turns that question into an exclusionary superlative, meaning, just like the Highlander,
there can be only one.
I can.
I guess I'm generally less afraid of being like straight up like mugged by a woman.
This sounds like a win for women. Maybe give me a percentage. How much do you trust women?
Let's say 30% or so. That sounds bad. It stems back to my dad. He always gave me only 2 pieces of advice. One was never trust women.
Must be my long-lost brother or something. My father gave me the same advice. But seriously, that's not why it sounded bad, my man. What sounded bad was that you gave her any number at all. You see, answering that question at all, in any way, requires you to group all women into a singular entity and then form a judgment about that entity.
Any man who judges by the group is a peewit.
Don't let her drag you down to her level. She'll beat you with experience.
It's okay. I won't force you to trust women, but just know that I'd really like you to.
Look at his face. That's the I'm trying to be nice, but I don't give a fuck what you want look.
I don't want to make a generalized statement on all women.
Bravo, my good man. That's exactly the correct answer.
Oh, I would love for you to make a generalized I trust all women statement.
Don't do it, man. You were right the first time. Stick to your guns and tell her to go fuck herself.
Now, we've gotten pretty intimate right now.
Are you okay?
I'm fine. I just threw up in my mouth a little bit.
I know you're feeling a little vulnerable. Would you say you trust me?
No.
This hit me hard. Who'd like to say they trust women?
Sure, no man is perfect, but I was certain I could change all of them.
Honey, if this woman can't do it, then you've got no fucking chance.
Would you do a trust fall exercise with me?
Probably.
Wait. You're not going to just blow that shit by me. Even if they do agree to this ridiculous shit, just what in the holy hell do you think it's going to prove? That they trust all women all of a sudden? That was your goal, wasn't it? Convince them to trust all women? So, what, you're all women now? Jesus. You start off wanting a simplified answer to an overly generalized question. When you didn't get it, you doubled the generalization. Still not happy, you fall into delusions of grandeur, and now you are the generalization itself? Where the hell did you go to school? No, seriously, I want a damn name. Wherever that place is, we need to shut those fuckers down because I've seen toddlers smarter than this. They're doing some bizarro, backward education at that place and making people dumber than when they started.
You seem pretty strong, so
I'm not strong.
those guns in the gym.
I'm truly a weak, wet noodle, but I want to know that you can trust a woman.
Huh. So your body matches your brain then. A weak, wet noodle.
You're going to scream, I 100% trust women?
Yeah, I'll scream that.
Ah, shit. This is more serious than I thought. He bought into her nonsense. She's spreading her stupidity now. We gotta find this idiot and shut her down quick. Stupidity is like a virus. It'll keep spreading and spreading and spreading. Before you know it, we're all brain dead morons.
No, wait. Hold on. You faltered. Why did you falter?
I was picturing myself knocking my head here, you know.
All right, I understand. There are conditions to you trusting women.
I think she's got it.
I set out with one simple mission, to make all men 100% trust all women. But my trust fall exercises didn't change their minds.
No shit, Sherlock!
I will never understand men.
I hate to reuse the same clip, but,
No shit, Sherlock!
we're not all the same, you fucking moron. your chances of understanding us all are about the same as the chances of any one of us trusting all women, which is to say,
a snowball's chance in hell.
That's it for this time, folks. I won't subject you to the god-awful music she stuck at the end of her video. No need to thank me, though. Frankly, it was mostly to save myself from having to hear it again. I'll close with another thank you to Chambers for the invite, and I hope you were all sufficiently entertained. If you weren't, blame it on Bob's choice in videos. My links are in the description. Consider them your invitation to stop by my place anytime. I hope to see you all there, but for now, I must bid you all farewell.